Hi, Will from Music Tech Magazine here in Anaheim, California with Matt.
Hey.
Matt, how you doing?
I'm very well, thank you.
Matt is from Nord, and Matt, you're going to be showing us the Wave 2. What exactly is the Wave 2? Because the Wave was a thing a while back, wasn't it? It was a synthesizer, and so the Wave 2, this seems to be a complete reimagining of what the Wave was.
Yeah, original Wave 2007, so this has been highly anticipated for a while and really exciting evolution of the original. So the Wave 2 is a 48-voice, 4-part performance synthesizer. Comes 61 key with a semi-weighted action. It's designed to be incredibly intuitive, with a very hands-on interface, and it blends Nord's analog, virtual analog synthesis, FM, wavetable, extended waveforms, and all that synthesis with sample playback and the ability to create custom samples. And so the blending of those two makes for some really exciting sonic possibilities.
That sounds like potentially the ultimate hardware synthesizer.
Yeah, it's certainly Nord's most powerful and versatile synth yet.
Well, let's hear it then, shall we?
Yes, yeah. Okay, well, here's a patch just using some morphing and the new arpeggiator modes.
Cool. Okay, so you're doing morphing there as you were going. Can you explain a little bit about that?
Yeah. So as I said, it's a 4-part synth. And you can see in the middle here, the heart of the keyboard is the layer control, where you've got the faders that can control volume on each of your layers. Now they can, of course, be morphed. You can morph using velocity, the wheel, pedal, aftertouch, or the impulse morph button, which I just use here to control and tweak a whole load of parameters. And at the heart of it, the layers can be grouped together and edited together as one, or you can use this as effectively 4 separate synths. On each layer, you can have different envelope shaping, different arpeggiators, different effects, or you can group them together and have them all as one.
And so can you trigger each one of these independently then from an external source, for instance?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Okay. So can we hear a bit more of the layering then? What else are you able to do?
Yeah, well, I'll give you another patch here, just showing some different layers. So here I've got sort of an FM piano sound that's built from the new harmonic partials. We've got a super saw, we've got a wavetable gospel organ, and then we've got a new arpeggiator mode. It's really exciting, actually. The arpeggiator is really powerful in the Wave 2. So it has a new polyphonic trigger mode, a rhythmic gate mode, and patterns where you can select presets or customize your own patterns. So you'll be hearing the gate mode in this patch.
Okay, let's hear it.
Yeah.
Bit of vibrato at the end there as well.
Yeah, well, actually, I'll show you that. The new advanced delay has some exciting new features. So feedback loops, there's effects which you heard there. You can add a vibe or a chorus or an ensemble effect to your feedback loops. You heard the vibe just then. In addition to feedback filters, the reverb has a bright and a dark mode, a new cathedral reverb, which is massive.
Let's hear that, come on.
Yeah, absolutely. Let me put that on.
Like tears in rain.
Absolutely.
Wow,
it's
that's
beautiful.
a useful thing.
Yeah, and a new choral mode here as well.
Choral mode? Meaning what exactly?
Just a different setting for sort of adding in almost like a chorus type effect.
Okay,
to your reverb.
Cool. So that was a bit of FM piano then.
Yep.
More layers. Tell us about the other synth engines, and how can we hear those?
Yeah. So, like I said, we've got Nord's virtual analog synthesis, but all the oscillators in here have been enhanced and expanded. So, new FM, expanded wavetables, and extended waveforms. But of course, this is the Wave 2. So, one of the really exciting things about the keyboard is the ability to access the Nord sample library.
Yeah.
So, any of these layers, you can access the sample library, and that's effectively an oscillator. So, the shaping power of the Wave 2 can be applied to your samples, but also custom samples. So there's not really any end to the sonic capabilities of the keyboard.
And can you, how exactly do you load your own samples into the keyboard then?
Yeah, well, I'll show you. It's incredibly easy. So Nord have released the new Sample Editor 3, completely redesigned from the ground up to make it incredibly quick and easy. So I'll show you. You can obviously drop in individual samples and map them yourself. But here I've got a one WAV file which has multi-samples. It's like an Ableton keys patch that I thought, you know what, I'd like to be able to play that and edit it in my keyboard. So I'm just going to drag and drop that in. And you'll see that it has automatically detected pitch and it's automatically mapped it across the keyboard. Now, all I need to do is connect up via a USB cable, hit save and transfer to Nord, and within a few seconds that patch is now playable and editable on my keyboard.
So to be clear, it does it spreads each one of the notes to the next notes.
Yes, it will automatically detect pitch and map it with an appropriate range.
Keyboard, right.
All right, so this is now ready to play. So here's the raw sound. Okay, but I can of course tweak that with all the power of the wave. So I'm going to add some cathedral verb, I'm going to put an ensemble effect on, and I'll throw a delay on and a little bit of shaping to that. And here we are.
So it's almost as though if you could go through your sample library and be like, oh, that sounds cool, but then I just want to throw it into my Nord and play with it there because it's so much more tactile to do that. It seems a hell of a lot quicker to just do that than even to just throw on a plugin chain. Yeah,
it's so quick, and obviously the Nord sample editor means, and like you say, if there's samples that you love and you want them in your hardware and you want to be able to tweak them, combine them with the rest of your patches,
or play them live.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Throw them in quickly, and you can combine them with 4 other layers. Yeah.
Cool. Okay, and so there's the sample playback engine. What I understand there's something new coming today as well.
Yeah, launched today in conjunction with NAMM. I'm really excited to release a new bank of orchestral samples. These are from Symphobia by Project Sam, and they're free download for any Nord users who have instruments that can access the sample library. The Nord Wave 2 will be shipping with those samples in.
Let's hear those then, shall we?
Yeah, absolutely. They sound wonderful. Here we go.
Beautiful.
Thanks. Yeah.
Cool. And how big is that sample pack? Because there's 2 gigabytes of sample memory inside.
1 gigabyte of memory.
Okay.
In the Nord Wave, but plenty enough. The samples are small. Nord, as many people will know, have incredible tech to compress everything down. So a gigabyte is lots and lots of space for custom samples, as well as accessing new sounds that might be released via the Nord sample library, and obviously it ships with a factory sound bank of all sorts of really useful samples already.
And you can offload those into librarian software, can you? And then bring new ones on?
Yes, you can manage those sounds. You can delete ones you don't want, download new ones as you like.
Awesome. Great. So what are the other capabilities of the layering then? Because you've got these different engines. Yeah. What else can you do with that?
Well, it's really exciting, really, because it can act as 4 separate synths.
Sure.
So each of the layers you can customize different arpeggiator modes and morphing individually.
Mm-hmm.
You can also group it all together and edit it as effectively as one thing. So I have 4 different oscillators that you layer up.
So you could make like an Uber patch, or you could have 4 different patches doing
Yeah,
their own.
You know, creating really complex layered movement is really easy, especially with the stereo pattern mode. You can customize your own patterns, as we said, and it just means that complex layers and a lot of movement is really, really quick and easy.
And presumably quite easy to create, say, a percussive layer and then a bass pads, leads.
Yeah, with the arpeggiator, you be able to run things. You can obviously drop some samples in. You could drop a drum sample in and use that. I'll show you. There's some really interesting stuff that you can do. I'll just call up a patch that uses the arpeggiator mode to do just that. Okay.
Awesome. Okay, and that's running off the arpeggiator then. That kick drum is the arpeggiator working.
So.
Yeah. Okay. How much is this going to cost then, Matt? And when will it be shipping?
Yep. We'll be shipping in the spring of 2020, and the price as yet is to be confirmed.
Great. Thanks very much.
You're welcome.